Hi there, welcome back. This is Mayank presenting to you the fourth and final video of arithmetic in the series of video solutions of CAT 2020 slot 1. So the final 2-3 questions of arithmetic are left and let us get to them. So the first question, please pause the video, give it your best shot and then resume. So a question of time, speed, distance involving relative speed. Okay, so this is a kind of question which is not difficult analytically, but as you can see, the numbers written in the options are not very pleasant. Also, in the last line of the question, it says nearest to. Now, we are here to solve the questions for you, so we will do that. But as a caution, I would just let you know that in the examination, neither would I be very keen on solving this kind of question in preference, in spite of solving the other questions which might give me solid answers, better answers, faster answers without troubling me much. Now, this kind of question, as you can see, the numbers are going to be like 87 or 78 or 82 or 75. So most probably the answer will is the approximation, which implies that there could be quite a bit of calculation, and you can see it coming. As you can see, the speed is in kilometer per hour as small as 2 and 4, but the time is in seconds, 90 and 100. All right, let's get to it. Now my first method would be as always the equation method. So I would take the length of the train to be L and speed of the train to be S. Okay, so I will have made two equations. Now I also know that 2 kilometer per hour is actually 2 into 5 by 18, 10 by 18, 5 by 9 meter per second, or 10 by 18 meter per second. So similarly, 4 kilometer per hour would be 10 by 9 meter per second. It is important to do that because the time is given in seconds and the speed is given in kilometer per hour. Okay. So my first equation goes like length of the train divided by the relative speed, which is S minus 2 kilometer per hour, or 5 by 9. And this gives us 90 seconds. Okay. A better version of this would be L equal to 90 times S minus 5 by 9. Second equation would be for the second person, speed minus 10 by 9 this time, and this gives me 100 seconds, better written as. Okay, so these are my two equations for L and S, solving which I'll get the values of the length of the train and speed of the train. What I intend to get is the value of L by S, because this is what the question is. We can solve the two equations to find the value of S, then substitute it and to get the value of L. So hoping that you can get on with this. So value of the length of the train you will find as 500 meters, solving the two equation, and speed you will find as 55 by 9 meter per second. Okay, so L by S would be 900 by 11 seconds, so which is roughly 81.8 or 9. So third option becomes my answer. Here I have not written everything that I had to. I skipped the calculation part after this step to show you the answer and left it to you. But you in your heart know that how much time and how much patience is it going to consume. Now I have another solution for this question to avoid so much of calculation. But yes, little bit of calculation is still required. The relative speeds are like S minus 2 and S minus 4 speeds. Okay, so respectively the ratio of time would be S minus 4 is to S minus 2, and that ratio of time we know is given as 9 is to 10, basically 90 and 100 seconds, so 9 is to 10. So if you solve this, you will directly get S as 22 kilometer per hour, and to be dealing with ratio, you don't even need to convert the speed in from kilometer per hour to meter per second. So that bit of calculation is saved. Okay, so 9 and 10, the difference of 1, and here it is difference of 2. That means this must be 18 and this must be 22, which gives 18 and 20, which gives me the value of S as 22. I take one of these situations. Let us take the speed S minus 2 and the speed S. So speed ratio is actually 20 is to 22, 10 is to 11 speed ratio. So the time ratio would be 11 is to 10. Now I know the time taken in this case in the case of s minus 2, it was 90 seconds. So if I put this as 90 seconds, accordingly, this will be 900 by 11. See, anyway, we had this as the answer, but here we get it so comfortably. So 900 by 11 seconds, and this gets us the answer much faster as roughly 82 seconds. All right, so a question not so desired in the exam, but yes, for the people are really weak at other parts of quantitative aptitude like algebra or modern maths or logarithm or geometry. Huh, for them, this is something that could be done, should be done. For that also, I showed you an alternative method, the ratio method. Okay, passing on to the second question. This looks easy. So A, B, and C are positive integers. Okay, so we can quickly get the ratio of A and C by doing this. This is 48 into 9 and this is 48 into 2. So I get the ratio of A and C to be 9 and 2. So A, B, and C are positive integers and we want the smallest possible value. So let me take A as 9 and C as 2. Other values could be 18 and 4. Let me see what happens when I put A as 9 and C as 2. So if I put C as 2, I get the value of B as 48. And if I put the value of C as 4, I get the value of B as 24. The possible values of A plus B plus C, here it is 59 and here it is coming out to be 46, and I think we don't need to work any further because 46 is anyway the smallest possible answer given. So A plus B plus C came out as 59 and 46, 59 and 46 both being in our option choices, but we needed to find the smallest possible value, so we must mark 46. 46 is our answer. And moving on to the third and the last question. The sum of A and the mean of B and C is 5. Writing properly, it would be A plus B plus C by 2 is 5. So writing it like this. Similarly, the sum of B and mean of A plus C is 7. So if I subtract these two, I'm going to get 4 and C cancelled. So B minus A is 4. And these are positive integers, so none of them could be 0. So minimum B and A are going to be 5 and 1, then 6 and 2, then 7 and 3, and so on. So if B and A are 5 and 1, then the sum of A and B is going to be 6, and that is the only possible sum anyway given in the option. So with the help of option, I don't need to pay much heed to what else is going on, because the other possible values of A plus B are 8 and 10, which are not even present in the question. Also, if you see this equation, you will find that if the difference between A and B is 4, their sum also must be even. So if the difference between A and B is 4, their sum cannot be 4, and then there is only the other only even number given in the option is 6. Okay, so this way also you could have marked the answer without struggling much. This brings us to the end of discussion of arithmetic questions. Keep watching the space for the next section, that is algebra, to come into the picture for the discussion. And this is Mayank signing off. Thank you so very much for watching.